Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Tonight on the Channel 2 News, this was no trick. A big Halloween night hole on Middle Road had crews working late to stop the burst. Also tonight, fall foliage is around, but you have to go a little bit to the north to find it. We will transport you there. And giving everyone an opportunity to attain their highest level of health is the key to health equity. And Halloween costumers went to the bank last night. Not too many tricks and lots of treats. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. She said, where you going? What's the move? Kinda wild out. Catch a groove. What's the move?
Let's go.
Oh, they're ready. When it comes to the good stuff,
Oh my goodness gracious.
they stay ready.
These are the two sauces.
Sweet and spicy jam.
And the mambo.
Look how that thing drizzle on there.
The way it's glistening, stop.
Oh my.
Sweet and spicy jam and mambo sauce are on the McDonald's menu for a limited time.
Oh my goodness.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Jose Azuzu has been elected chairman of the Commonwealth Ports Authority Board. Azuzu, who was only recently appointed to the board, is also the president of McDonald's of Saipan and Guam. Following the term expiration of former board chair Kimberlyn King Hines, Azuzu was unanimously elected by all of the board members.
I really look forward to being the chairman. And as I mentioned earlier, I will be only successful if everybody can, work together with me. There's a lot of challenges ahead of us, but I know that there's solution to these challenges. So I encourage everybody to work together and let's tackle it, as a group.
He says that the first thing he wants to address is the financial situation of the CPA.
First, I need to really see where the financial condition of the CPA is at this moment. And then there's other issues that we need to take care of, and those are things that could be done right away. Like, example, the leaking in the airport. So little things like that could be handled right away.
Azuzu shares his thoughts on the Chinese tourism market.
My feeling is that we do need the Chinese tourists on our islands. We just have to work together with the governor's office and make sure that we're in sync with what's going with the administration, because after all, you have to remember that the governor is really the head of our island, and we need to work with him. So that's where I think I'm coming in, is I'm going to work together with the governor, see what we can do as leaders to help our islands. But we welcome all tourists from different parts of the world. It's good for us. But there's some issues that has to be addressed.
It's a great time to explore Japan with direct service to Tokyo from Saipan 3 days a week. It's a nice opportunity for local residents to scout our neighbor to the north. Tokyo is, of course, a destination in itself. Autumn is in full force, and if you want to see the leaves change color, one good place to do it is near Aomori, located in the northern part of Honshu, a place full of nature and the apple capital of Japan. Japan's rail system can get you from Tokyo to Aomori in about 3 hours on the Shinkansen. The system carries about 300 million people per year around Japan, and in its 50-year history has not had a single fatality due to collisions or derailments. So you can sit back and relax in safety and check out the scenery. Most cost-effective way is to buy a JR pass. These tickets are only available for visitors to Japan, give you access to public transportation on the Japan rail system throughout the country. Aomori City is set right on the water, and this is one of the nice times of the year to visit. The iconic Aomori Bay Bridge is just next to the harbor. To see the autumn colors from the city, head south to Lake Towada. Towada is about 1,800 feet above sea level and is close to 1,000 feet deep. The Caldera Lake flows out into a gorge that has hiking and biking trails around it for a 14-kilometer stretch. One-way bike rentals are 1,000 yen. That's about $7.50 for 4 hours of scenic riding. Just remember to ride on the left side of the road. Watch out for foxes and deer, and there are bears up here too, supposedly. I think pedal power is a good option if you're limited on time, but the hike is pretty nice too.
We are working downstream from the lake because we thought that's going to be easier to hike downwards.
How's the lake?
The lake is really beautiful. I guess it's a little bit big for like if you just want to have a look from the shores of the lake. So I don't know, maybe a boat ride would be nice.
How long are you staying in Japan?
I think it's still 2.5 weeks. In total, it's 1 month, which now it starts to feel like a little bit too short of a time, but we just have to come back.
Walking here is like meditation. Trees include the virgin beech, Japanese oak, maple, and white cedar trees. And waterfalls line the gorge. Rick is from Switzerland, and though he's been to Japan before, it's his first time here in the gorge.
I just looked up for places where you could see the foliage. I know it's a big thing in Japan, like this Moniji Gai activity. So, and I knew that this was kind of like the right season to visit this place. So, yeah, I just organized it based on this. Yeah.
What's your impression so far?
I think it's great. I was expecting more reds. Maybe, I don't know if it's like the type of trees or vegetation that I should find around here, which is slightly different. But I would say so far it's really interesting to see how hiking is perceived in Japan versus in Switzerland. Like, you know, the trails are like actually like they're paths, they're not like actual mountain trails that you don't like, they're really well kept. There's like stairs or bridges. Like, I'm not used to that.
Takes about 5 hours to walk the route. It's pretty flat, a bit longer if you stop to sketch or just take in the intoxicating scenery. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Health equity was the topic of discussion for leaders in public health at a summit held at Crowne Plaza this morning. Health officials came from all across the Atlantic and Pacific to discuss how to improve access to health care. Esther Lizama Munya, Chief Executive Officer for CHCC, says that this conference is the first of its kind.
The Association of State and Territorial Health Officials sponsoring this event, bringing the Atlantic jurisdictions, Department of Health, as well as the Pacific jurisdictions. So we have RMI, Palau, Guam, American Samoa. Then we have in the Atlantic, we have U.S. Virgin Islands and also Puerto Rico. So we have actually a group from both the Atlantic. This is a first of its kind where they're bringing both the Atlantic and the Pacific. Usually in the previous segments, they've been actually having these sessions in the Pacific separately and then Atlantic, but now they're bringing them all together, and they're hosting it here in the CNMI.
Munya talks about health equity in the CNMI.
And equity really is about, again, making sure that you address the health needs of your people, of your community. And as leaders, we are trying to come together and come up with a plan, policy, and really make it a sustainable practice for the CNMI and for all the other jurisdictions that are here today.
Munoz shares some of the goals CHCC has to provide more equitable health care.
For us in the CNMI, for us at CHEC, one of the things that we're looking for example, is providing coverage. Like, how do we access medication? We can definitely pay, we have medical staff that are available already. How do we bring them that medication? Because again, we don't want a revolving door in the system. We don't want you to go to a clinic and then basically not have access to medications, and then what happens is you end up in the ER or even in the inpatient. We're trying to improve our access to care, primary care. We're encouraging individuals to please access their primary care provider. If they don't have one, they can call up a doctor or they can call us and we will try to set them up.
Carl Ensign, Island Support Vice President of the Association of State and Territorial Health Officials, shares his thoughts on the summit.
The thing about bringing folks together is that this is like pieces of a puzzle, and they are working on different aspects of how to improve population health outcomes. So USVI might be particularly expert in working with community-based organizations, and the Republic of the Marshall Islands might be particularly good at working on legislation. So bringing them together, we can begin to learn from each other. The additional thing is that there are some solutions that exist at a regional level. So really thinking about the US API as a whole. The oceans divide us, but they also unite us. So also thinking about regional approaches to improve non-communicable disease and improve access to care is another strategy.
When a main water line burst in front of the tennis court at AMP, nearly 3,000 gallons of water rushed to the surface, causing damage to Middle Road.
Well, looking at this area now, there's a lot of damage.
A safety technician with the CUC who was on scene said they were unsure how the break happened.
My understanding is these pipes are pretty old already. A lot of them are from trust territory time.
The water was running for around 30 minutes before the area was isolated and the water was turned off. Despite it being Halloween, crews with CUC worked through the night and the road was repaired before 6 a.m. this morning.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Get your goods here with care and attention with Micronesia Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, and bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals, operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it. At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Mayor Ramon Camacho met with religious leaders this morning to discuss how to better work together with the religious community in Saipan. The public cemetery in Marpi behind the Veteran Cemetery is being cleared after being overgrown with brush for quite some time. Camacho provided the religious leaders with information on regulations regarding the public cemetery for their review and feedback.
The one in Marpi, it's public cemetery, it's open. because the regulation, they impose fees, everything, and the maintenance, how to make the thing work. And with these faith leaders, they probably have suggestions, recommendation, because they deal with their own community, what they feel about that regulation, and how to better up that cemetery, to accommodate the people.
In addition to this, Mayor Camacho talked about reviving the Neighborhood Watch program and asked for the support of the church leaders.
Almost every day, I got this information in the community, getting this crime increasing and other issues within the community. So I came up with an idea of, bringing these faith leaders. I want to appeal to them as the mayor for this municipality. How can they help me help this community? I want to revive this because this is a very good program in the community, especially to our young generations, college students, high school students, to join this program, because this is so important, and, not to react. Let's be proactive and not reactive. So again, my motto as a mayor for this community is to promote safe communities, safe village, and a clean island.
For the first time in 4 years, the Rotary Club of Saipan is opening their youth exchange program. The program is open to high school students, but members of Rotary's youth program, called Interact, have a better chance at being selected. Rotary President Irene Hull shares more.
In the past, the priority is actually interactors. These are like the in high school age. But we actually send some that who are not interactors also.
The program works between Rotary clubs. The Rotary Club of Saipan will send 4 students to be hosted by Rotary members in Hosaki, Japan, and vice versa. This will be the first time since 2019 that the program has been able to happen due to the pandemic. Hull, who herself was president of Interact while she was in school, shares her thoughts on the program.
For the kids to be able to travel and see the culture, different culture, right? Free, or, they're not going to spend anything. And I'm pretty sure they will learn a lot because from what I understand, they will be taken to the schools also and spend some time with the kids, the students in Japan. So I think it's a cool program, and it's like a confidence. I think open your eyes also in what the other culture, other world there is, makes you think bigger than what we have here in the island. So I think it's cool.
October 31st, Halloween night on Saipan, and the revelry started early at the Joten Kizu Public Library in Susupe. It looked like a line at Disneyland or perhaps Candyland as those in costume and their caretakers waited patiently for some goodies. Lots of tents set up and some good-natured handouts. Fun then continued later in the evening at Sugar King Park just after dark. A collection of characters paraded around the park grounds. I mean, who doesn't like Halloween?
How are you enjoying the festivities tonight?
Really good. I didn't expect it to be this big. Last year was not really that big.
Yeah.
So this year is nice.
So how much candy is in that receptacle? Plenty is what Mom says. Trick-or-treaters went from table to table to celebrate the holiday island style.
We're enjoying nice, so nice, It's a fun day today. After 1 year again.
Origins of Halloween can be traced back to an ancient Celtic festival. When the souls of the dead returned home, people dressed in costumes and lit bonfires to ward off spirits. Happy Halloween!
Wow, that is one cool dude lamb. I wonder what he'll do next.
premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Buenas sports fans.
Game 39 of the Business League basketball tournament pinned Priority Care against the Feds. Priority Care took the lead in the first quarter, scoring twice as much as the Feds and ending the period 11-22. Priority Care maintained their lead in the second quarter, scoring an additional 29 points. In the third quarter, Priority Care ended with 72 to the Feds' 49. When the final buzzer rang, Priority Care stood as the victors with a score of 89 to the Feds' 69.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
One of the best addresses in Saipan has office space available now, right in the heart of things. The Marianas Business Plaza offers reasonable rates and can help build to suit your needs. You'll love the central location, just 15 minutes from the airport and 10 minutes from Garapan. Ample and covered parking keeps your vehicle close and protected. 2 restaurants for easy access, lunch, dinner and business meetings. Building security and 24-hour access to your office. Backup generators, so you can run your business in all weather. And 3 elevators mean easy and convenient access. It's the address in Saipan, the Marianas Business Plaza.
Taking a look at our weather tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with lows around 77 and a 20% chance of showers. Thursday through Friday night, partly cloudy with isolated showers. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll be seeing highs around 87 and lows around 78 with a 20% chance of showers. High tide this evening will be 2 feet at 8:42 p.m. before going down to negative 0.3 feet at 4:26 a.m. tomorrow morning. High tide tomorrow will be 2.2 feet at 12:30 p.m.